Do you think the cost of living is worth it?
No.
Why? Why is it not worth it?
Well, you're paying for room and board, but you're also paying for maintenance, and maintenance doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So far this semester we've had, we set up a maintenance call about socket.
And this is a student apartment, correct?
This is student apartments.
Okay.
Electrical socket that was extremely hot.
Mm-hmm.
I could smell smoke. All right, something obviously was burning inside the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Sent in a form, and you know, normally they said it would be like 24 hours or 2 days, and they'd come and check it out. It had been a week, and I really wanted to send in a form saying, look, you know, our apartment's going to catch fire, but that's obviously false. You know, we can't, like, we get in trouble for that. But it was concerning that the socket could just start melting the wall or catching something on fire, and then our apartment would burn down. And eventually, my suite mate, his side of the room, his electricity went out. And that solved the problem of my socket, because they were, I guess the two sockets were using the same electricity, I don't really know. But we called in for that.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a while to come in. They came in, they said, your power, you know, is fine. And we're like, well, why is it fine? The sockets don't work. And we had been, you know, playing around with it, and we found out that there's electricity coming through the socket, but not enough to power anything. So it took, what was it, 2 weeks? About 2 weeks to fix the whole situation, which was ridiculous.
Big waste of time.
A big waste of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, because we have to power. My suite mate had to power a computer to be able to work.
Mm-hmm.
We got around it by using other sockets, but it was just very obnoxious.
Inconvenient.
Very inconvenient. 2 weeks. Ridiculous.
So, what are your true feelings on Mason housing?
Mason housing, I don't want to say it sucks, but it's terrible.
Terrible?
Policies, horrible. It might just be the people who work there who maybe, you know, don't know as much as they should have known. But I had a situation, I think it was freshman year, where I paid for my housing, and they said I didn't pay.
Okay.
And that was a big issue. So my parents and I went through all the forms and looked online to see if the payment went through. The payment did go through.
Yeah.
Printed out all the stuff. Went to Potomac, which is, I think, where Mason housing was for where I needed to go. I went there. I said, look, I've paid. He said I haven't paid. What's going on? And you know, I talked with the lady. She said, you know, after a half-an-hour conversation, it's fine. We'll fix the problem. You know, so I left. Problem didn't get fixed. I was sent to collections.
Oh my god.
So collection agency is now dealing with us, who, you know, we've already paid.
Yeah.
And collections agency is different from George Mason. So that was really concerning, because we had to convince both the collections agency and George Mason that we had paid. So I had to go back into that office at least 2 more times, yelling at people, you know, not at the top of my lungs, but just concerned, speaking sternly at people, trying to talk to the right person. And finally, we got the whole situation solved, and it was ridiculous. Like, that should not have ever happened. The other thing that I don't like was, freshman year I was put into a temporary triple.
Temporary.
Because George Mason didn't have enough housing for the students that were coming.
I see.
Now, you probably shouldn't have students come if you don't have enough housing. Which I know that they're building more housing now, but it's, you know, it's probably still a problem. I don't know, but that's just what George Mason does.
I was actually in the same situation. I was put into a forced triple. It was meant for 2 people.
Yeah.
I got forced into a triple.
Yeah.
And like the other 2 people, I mean, there's not enough room for 3 people in a double.
It's like the space that I'm in is pretty much the space you have.
Yeah, yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. There's pretty much no room to move. No. So I feel your pain on that.
But that's what George Mason does. I'm pretty sure everybody at George Mason agrees. George Mason tries to take your money. But that's all colleges, so.
That's true. You gotta make money somehow.
You gotta make your money somehow.
Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you.